So back to I was trying to do all foreign films this year. So back to that.
Right.
Back
Well,
to
I
that.
have
you
questions.
putting an English language or American film in there is kind of like, your way of throwing something into the mix.
Well,
I have
like I said, John, I know you didn't see it, and probably you. I think you would love it. I'm kidding, but
no.
No,
but I
I
only
had to
chose it because
choose.
it's on. They put it on Criterion for this month, and so I'm like, I gotta do it
Gotta
because
move on
otherwise
it.
you
But
cannot
did
see
you
it.
for this a
Yeah.
month? All right. So
I
anyway, on
I
to
have questions because
okay.
I am this is one of those where I'm coming in like going, I don't know how I feel about this movie. Maybe I'll come out the other end of this combo feeling one way or the other.
Mhm.
Um, I
Uh,
want to know, was I just asleep or did they what at the third act when it was like, oh, wait a minute, she's been fucking it's her girlfriend that's
yeah.
actually might be related to these people. Was that mentioned in the first act? Because if it was, I totally missed it.
It's
It,
totally a reveal.
it,
No,
it,
it's brought up in a secondary
it's
conversation.
yeah, it's brought up.
Yeah.
It's brought up sooner than you
Yeah.
think.
It's
Um,
our lead who isn't actually whatever Stephanie.
Stephanie.
Yeah. She's telling somebody else that her girlfriend is A in jail and B a part of a really rich family and
Okay,
C
that's
Oh,
okay.
estranged.
Then I
It all
missed
came
it.
up really
That's
early.
on me. That's
Yeah.
on me.
yeah.
I missed
Yeah,
that.
it goes very fast.
No,
Very,
but
uh,
it's hard to. But there really is a moment where you're like, oh fuck.
yeah.
But they
Well,
do it sort of slow. They do it sort of quietly, and so you're like, oh,
I found the third act for I think the third act sort of like the third act I liked a lot. The first two acts I struggled because off the out of the gate I was extremely disoriented because I felt like this movie was hiding shit from me. Like there was almost no context. I was mentioned to Scott the other day like the opening scene inside the her place of work, the fish packing place. The sets and the hallways look so much like the prison. I thought it was the same building.
Yeah, me
yeah.
too.
So she goes
Yeah.
And
right. She
I
goes
don't know
right
whether
from
that was
work to prison to
intentional.
visit her
The thing
girlfriend.
is,
Well,
and
I
this
get
is
that in retrospect, but at the time, while I'm watching, I'm like, okay, I don't know what the hell's going on right now. Did she just like go from
I
this
think
hallway
that's all on
down?
purpose. Yeah.
Well,
or like I said, what I was telling Chris that that's probably just slightly funky filmmaking because you can actually with DP say, okay, have the prison be high key and have the fish factory be low key, and you'll know
so
you're somewhere else.
so the first
It's
No,
not
the,
like you just
the
walk down.
the coloration of both environments is almost
I
identical.
know, and so we couldn't.
Mhm.
It's like she's got walk down the hall and she's with her girlfriend.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
so
Yep.
I was very disoriented for a very long time in this movie. Then at around the halfway point, it starts to become really, really clear to me that I don't even know who the hell I'm rooting for in this movie because these people are all universally awful.
Yeah,
And I can't root for any of them.
it's the evil Tenenbaums, man.
No,
It's the evil Tenenbaums.
to a person, they're all fucking awful.
They're all
Well, at
doing
first you're
personality-
rooting for Stephanie because you think
Am I
she's
though?
okay.
No, I didn't. I
At
didn't
first
like
you
it.
are, I think.
At first
and
you
then
are.
it-
I don't
and then
know
here's
that
where it turned for me
well,
was
no,
you see that
because
the
it was immediately clear to me that although I didn't, I figured out very quickly. Oh, she's trying to scam these people.
Uh-huh.
How
So I
quick
don't
did
know
you
that I'm
figure
rooting
that
for her
out?
because she's trying to scam it.
Yeah, it took me the
Having
first time I
said
saw it.
all
It took me a while to figure that out.
I didn't
Having
figure it
said
out
all
because
that, they
yeah.
fucking stuck the landing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So like as at about was like 42 minutes, like when it starts to like turn into a different kind of movie, it starts to get kind of gnarly. Like,
Mhm.
all right, I'm kind of like into this now, and it's all sort of coming together. And I really love the last like 5 minutes of this movie, but
Mhm.
the first two-thirds between the complete disorientation I felt for at least 45 minutes, and then the gradual realization that everybody in this movie is a total shithead, or like,
Or just has a
scam artist,
has
or
an agenda.
Yeah,
all of it. Like,
that's I think that's actually what Jared just said. Everybody has
and
an agenda,
it might
and
be a little too long for the story that it's telling, but like I said, I like at the margin because I always kind of like well, it stuck the landing, so there's that. Like so many movies start out great and end terribly. This movie started out kind of terrible for me, but it ended great.
oh,
So
it ended great.
I don't know.
But no, the thing is like
Yeah.
again, the dad's money is the prime mover of the whole
Oh, and
thing.
the dad is
And
so
what
creepy.
the thing is, you're there as the viewer, and you're there, and there's this con artist, and then there's dad and his money. So who you rooting for? You're rooting for her, obviously, right? She's showing this guy affection.
Mhm.
She's being the
She's so
daughter she never
charming at
had,
first.
and she's so charming, and she's
But it
so
was
nice,
all in
and she
service
thinks
of a
she
grift.
sees as other girls just fucking like just basically trying to take his money, and feels
Mhm.
really sympathetic toward her. And you're like, you're along with the ride. I'm sorry, but she's the main character. You gotta feel something for her, right?
I agree. That's how I
Yeah.
went into it the first time.
And then the movie betrays you, the audience.
Mhm,
I
mhm.
love it. That was the best.
Why do you think it's a betrayal?
No, in a good way. In terms of like you see how awful and evil this guy is, starts braiding her and it's like knocking her down, and
Oh, and
But then you find out later that he knew the whole time. See,
Yeah, I
that's why
know.
he's being and the first
Why
time I
he's
saw
being
this,
that way.
he's playing his family.
right,
Yeah.
But
right.
family all hates him.
He's like, I'm not related to this bitch. I can have her touch me. I can be creepy.
Yeah,
She's
I
not
can't
related
look
to
at her in
me.
the bathtub. It's no big deal. We're not
Spoiler alert,
related.
He kills her in front of his daughter, and his daughter just like,
Dude, that
"You're
scene.
solid right now. We're buddies."
I mean, at the end when they say, "Come over, sit with us," and they're toasting
Yes.
each other.
This
Uh-huh.
was an amazing scene.
That scene was incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they're
The
like,
split
"We did it."
screen work.
Uh-huh.
There's like so much Hitchcock and De Palma in this thing. I love
Oh
it.
yeah, the De Palma thing definitely. It felt like that twisty
Yeah.
De Palma film, like yeah, it was like Blowout and things like that. But it was
I
just
was very conflicted through most of its running time.
yeah.
Hmm.
So you can see this as a kind
I-
of a story of Stefan, the fake Stefan, this
Fake
character, this con
Stefan.
artist who figures out what side she wants to be on,
Yes.
and it's like it's good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is really a potboiler in the who's gonna double cross who kind of story.
Right.
When I was sympathetic, and I did miss the reference she made early on in the film, when you're still getting your bearings watching a film,
Yeah,
it's very early on, when that mention is that my girlfriend has a very rich family. That just went over my head.
Me too.
My
Me
head
too.
So when she took the trip out and met him on the boat, and she took the trip out on the boat and met him and said, "It's so amazing to meet you." I mean, she's a good actress. The woman who is fake Stefan is a good actress.
Mhm.
She's a scam artist. So I was sympathetic towards her. Then she gets to the house and they're so fucking mean to her. The wife says some terrible shit.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, well, he had a lot of affairs, and not all of the women were very pretty.
Yeah. Oh
Like, 'cause you
God.
don't look like your father.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then my sympathies are with her until that moment when they ask her what she does, and she goes, "Oh, I work at a fish packing plant."
Mhm.
And then she
Do
goes,
you run it?
She realizes that's not buying her anything, so she immediately says, "Well, I bought the business and I run it."
Yeah.
I remember
Quite
that.
a success.
But that was
And
her
it's over
elevator-
a little
wait,
That
bit.
is a detail that could have been instantly verifiable by anybody else in this cast.
Right.
Yes,
And I think George even has a moment where she's trying to find her and
Yeah.
like, can't really find her
yeah,
online.
she's on the internet looking her up, and she can't find her. And then that's, like you said, that's with the way the father, who has been so creepy, affectionate and creepy towards her the whole time, you realize he knew the whole fucking time.
Yeah, which was
His
such a
daughter.
great other reveal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reveal in the hospital.
Well, it's also
Yeah.
just watching her. You think she's gonna come in and say, "Oh, Daddy, I love you so," and just kind of hang out with him and be nice. But every time she's challenged, she has to up her game.
Yeah.
And spread more lies and up her game and make new
And-
alliances and up her game.
and-
So you're watching this happen. It's like a video game.
And
it's
the
like
tipping point is the courtroom scene where you don't know what
Ah.
she's going to do.
Oh, yeah.
Boy.
you
and-
walk in
and-
thinking she's gonna do A,
Fuck.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you walk in, think she's going to do A, but I mean, he knocked her on the floor and said, pick up the money, pick up the money. He was so awful to her that it's not a complete
Yeah.
surprise when she turns on him
But then she lies about the bathtub.
about the
Yeah.
bathtub.
Yeah. And he was like,
Oh, right. She
Oh
made
yeah, he
up,
said that she said that he yeah.
molested her or whatever.
Yeah, and
But
then
to me, that made perfect sense that she would turn on him, because she's looking at, he's going to die, and I'm going to be left with these three.
Mhm.
Right?
I gotta
Yeah.
I should choose sides, and I know where I should be.
and that's why and they accept, I mean, before the real shit goes down later, which Chris liked a lot,
Mhm.
like that moment, yeah, when they say, I mean, they all know they've won, and they're like, okay, you can join us now.
Yes.
Come sit over here and toast
Yeah.
us because you lied for us, and we know that.
Yeah.
And we were all trying to get this money too.
You killed him for
And-
us.
Yes.
Yeah, you killed. Yes,
Yeah.
pretty much.
You
You
became
killed him
the
for
Look
us.
on
So
the
yeah, you're one of
face,
us.
and she's like not entirely sure, and you can see like she's just like running scenarios through her head, and then lands on I'm gonna pretend like this just happened naturally.
Yeah, like I just
Right.
walked in. Well, and I love how Stephanie, or the fake Stephanie, she just goes and sits and acts like she's asleep,
Right.
Yes.
like she was visiting.
Yeah, no,
She
it's
just
great.
like goes and sits there and
After murdering him.
yeah,
right.
and George is like, just like Chris said, like that
You can
actress.
see, like I'm just like, all right,
What do I do? What do I
this
do?
way or this way? Fucking, I'm going there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
it was brilliant. And like I said, she just kind of basically evolved into a family member.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's the thing.
To the point that when the real family member shows up at the funeral,
Oh shit.
don't come in the house or we're calling the cops.
Yeah.
And the thing is, we all knew what was going to happen at that point, I hope, which is she has to get disposed of.
And
that's
I kind of felt a
exactly
little
what
bad
happened.
for her. I mean,
I
she's
know,
the
I know,
real.
right? This poor innocent thing has been stuck in
little
jail
bit.
all
I mean,
this
she's
She's
a
time.
criminal,
piece of
but
shit too. She's from the same family. As Sheila says, the apple does not fall far from the tree. That one that was in prison, the real
Yeah.
Stefan, shoved some lady out a window or something, or off a
Yeah,
balcony.
yeah.
She was, she
No,
was
I
a
mean,
piece
like,
of work,
yeah,
I'll give you that.
Gets in a horrible fight in the shower.
That's the shower fight.
The
Yeah.
locker room
Yeah.
or whatever.
You know what Sheila said? First of all, she guessed every twist in this thing and told me what it was going to be about either 60 seconds or 5 minutes before it
Katie
happened.
does the same thing.
The courtroom, the fact that she was the fake daughter, the ending. She said, well, she picked up her phone and that was a mistake. After she with the shovel, she picked up her cell phone off the floor and she goes, that was a mistake. Right before the cops were like, well, we should call her and see if she answers. You know? So yeah, she was as it goes with one of these kind of twisty thrillers. Sheila was ahead of it and told me what was going to
So
happen.
what do
I
you
still enjoyed
what do
the
you-
hell out
okay,
of it.
what do you think happened after the curtain fell? Do you think the cops busted the entire family or just fake stuff?
No, I think the family throws her under the bus.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
immediately.
Okay.
100%
You
they
don't
throw
know
under the
her.
bus. They
Right.
don't need
There
her
goes,
anymore. She did what they needed her to do.
you're an imposter?
I wanted to bring up something
now,
that I
only,
think.
the only
Mhm.
caveat would be if there was an insurance, if there was insurance attached to the father's demise outside of the fortune, and he was murdered, you wouldn't want the murder part to be out there, right?
Well, this
Oh,
American,
right,
I'm not sure
right,
how
right,
French law is, but American law says if she was able to convince the jury, the fake Stephanie, that all the family got together and had him killed, they would all lose their inheritance.
Right.
Yeah, and
So I don't know.
And she would
so it'd be a
certainly
hell
try
of a
to do
it'd be a
that.
hell of a
Yeah,
sequel,
she would.
They're
wouldn't
gonna let her take the fall for sure.
it?
Though.
Yeah.
I wanted to mention that I feel this is the most unusual set design I've seen for like a rich house, maybe in a film
Yeah.
ever.
Oh,
And
it's a whole rich house with a
really
hoarder in
love
it.
it because I feel like it's like all the boxes and all the shit that she buys is just everywhere. And then there's all these like weird plants and like animal things
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah. What do you call them?
like almost like taxidermy or something. But
Taxidermy
like
animals. Yeah, yeah.
And
But
like, you know, unopened boxes of shoes and clothes and
there's
Jared,
something.
It's not just like generic rich. It's just
No,
like oh,
it's-
look at all this nice stuff.
It's eccentric rich. It's got
fucking
a
weird. Yeah.
it's weird. It's got a purpose. Like I commend this film for its set design, its production design, its art direction because I've just never seen anything like it, and it felt so like I was like, this is personality. This is this family.
Yeah.
This is
I
not
agree.
just that. Like yeah,
at least the mom, because she's got
the mom, right?
she's got
But it's not
authority
that
on
cold rich that John's talking about. Like where everyone it's just always like, oh, it's perfect and has no personality.
and a lot of movies, even if they're going to be condemning the rich people as bad, they're still going to be kind of like, it's like, ooh, isn't this posh? Doesn't this look nice? And
Yeah.
whereas this
I
was
think
never,
we're used to movies like it's set in France where the wealthy have this beautifully laid out, like
Yeah.
the Beaux-Arts kind of thing.
No,
I've been
it's just-
to the houses of wealthy people, and you have to walk in some of the places sideways
Yeah,
because they have some.
yeah.
You know, it's
because like
yeah,
you can
and
tell
money
these
can't
people
buy taste, man.
these people are extremely wealthy, but their fucking house is chaos. It's
Yeah,
absolute
exactly.
chaos.
Very interesting stuff. I mean, it's really well done.
I've been to rich people's houses where they just don't have a lick of design sense or taste, and it's just like ceramic jaguars and
Yeah,
crap
yeah.
everywhere,
Yeah.
and it just looks like hell. You know, it
And
just,
I know. I hope your friends don't see this one, but the house we shot new in, it felt like a model house. I'm sorry. There's just like it's. You know.
yeah, that's I mean, that isn't an excessive in any direction.
No, it was the other one.
A little
It
generic.
was a steer. It was a steer. Yeah,
A
but
steer,
that
yeah.
worked for your film, but it was like that's unusual. Then it's like that was interesting.
We intentionally took down artwork and stuff, to make
okay,
it.
that's probably part of it. I didn't see the. Before.
I also really love the color palette of this picture very much.
Well,
I just like the split screen. I think that was
very
wonderful.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
got some beautiful blues and greens and oranges
Look at that
and
fucking lamp.
I love this scene.
Oh yeah, some great stuff. Best sunset.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's so gorgeous. Really, really well directed in terms of like geography. Like you always kind of knew where you were at, even though it was this strange, place.
How about that little framed shot where she caught the housekeeper stealing the QVC shit that the wife was buying? Just putting the shoes in the IKEA bag. It was like all the chaos of the house forming like this little window that she spied on her through.
Put your hand through. But actually, I take it. I was disoriented for a minute there after the beginning of the film where Fake Stefan was going to take the ferry to the island.
Yeah.
And like all of a sudden, there's ferries and there's boats and there's low hills and everyone's speaking French. I'm thinking, wait, is this Quebec or France? Because it looked like the Great Lakes. I got really confused for a second. I had to look it up. Like, oh, then I realized later on the cops had the dark blue with the guards with that light blue stripe across the front. We see that in like a dozen French films now. It's like, oh, that's France.
Okay. Okay.
Also, happy Bastille Day.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I didn't know where this honestly took place. I didn't recognize.
I couldn't tell you what part of France it takes place.
He named the island and said it's so beautiful, and I never heard of it.
Yeah, it's probably a little obscure, but it's France.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, and the father
come around 15% on this movie.
Okay.
I think all the acting is really phenomenal in this.
The characters are very distinct. Nothing about this is generic. That said, I think it's kind of a plot that we've seen something like before. Sheila's like, this is kind of like Knives Out, only not funny. And
but this is sort of like better.
If you took the bones of this,
I just think it's better.
It's pure noir. It's somebody faking someone, and there's rich people, and there's murder.
It's presented sort of as a noir, sort of as an art film with the split screens and stuff, which I felt kind of unnecessary.
I can see that.
It was used a lot.
Could you see like an English language remake of this thing rather easily? I mean,
sure.
That's what I was going to make is that it's like you could take the bones of this,
fuck it up,
and it could be done as a Knives Out comedy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then I thought, you know what else it could be? This exact plot. This could be a John Waters film. Like, come on, honey, love my legs. Fucking grotesquerie.
Well, I remember
it is already.
I saw this when it came. I saw this at the Summerfield when it came out, and I just remember. I think at the time, because I think this is 2023 when it's 2022 in France, but 2023 here.
Yeah.
It just felt like everything we're saying. It felt like, okay, at the end of the movie, I was like, somewhat a familiar plot, sure. Mm-hmm. But I said, I haven't seen that plot for a long time done well.
Right.
Yeah.
Like at all. Like for like a decade. Like I haven't seen a smart sort of cool thriller that sort of like that was subversive in certain ways.
It's kind of a weirdly common noirish story, but it nails execution perfectly.
Absolutely,
right.
Yeah, that's
presses all those buttons that make you enjoy. Like,
and that's why I remembered it when I saw it streaming. I said, "Oh, that was that."
Like a little bit of Bound too, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Right? Yeah.
Anyway, golly, anything else?
Yeah, Bound. Well, that's a good picture too.
Bound. I don't. Yeah, like I said, I wasn't sure how I felt about it. That it really stuck the landing. So I don't know. Like I'm like right here.
Yeah, I'm like it's a solid 7.5.
Oh, I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's a lot of fun.
I was very entertained.
I hated everybody.
Very well made.
There's a few. I would have changed a few things. I think there's some places where French filmmaking and American filmmaking kind of diverge. Like the whole beginning part where you can't tell where you are. They probably knew.
I just feel like it's like I was having a lot of fun the whole time. So that's why I based that on. Like
exactly.